to resolve the problems in Nigeria, looking at them from different political parties?
Thank you. We just started discussion. You can't consummate a marriage in one day. You can't. You have to meet and talk. We just started. I told you we've been talking. We just started talking. But the most important thing is that our talks centered on issues that bother the ordinary Nigerian. You remove all those elite conspiracy of tribalism, religion, all sorts of things they used to measure themselves. We want to see you now as a competent person who have the capacity, compassion, no longer telling me the reason I have to follow you is because you're from here. We have voted tribe. We voted the religion. We now want to deal with competency, and capacity, and compassion.
You see, the government in power relish in being undertakers in different parties. We will use knowledge, tact, and strategy to transcend all this, to go beyond their estimation in such a manner that we'll come with a framework that will give you as latitude to actualize our collective aspiration of providing good governance to Nigerians, irrespective of the bad interferences, permutations, or plans of those people who think that they can scuttle democracy through all the means that is in their hands, through the power of coercion, or even interference in the judiciary and so on and so forth. We will transcend all that, and that's the plan. Thank you.
All right, so that was the governor of Bauchi State, Mohammed Bola, and Peter Obi. I think the governor of Bauchi State actually hosted Peter Obi today. They had their talk, their political talk, their whatever reason. Of course, Peter Obi as the member of former member of PDP. I feel he's trying to pave way for himself, considering the fact that he has no political party as of the moment. Because that's just the truth. People could just play around with the emotion and everything, but then the truth of the matter is that Peter Obi as of today doesn't have a political party. So I think they are making some kind of move to actually go into collaboration that I don't know yet. But then the governor himself have actually come out to say that he's ready to work with Mr. Peter Obi, notwithstanding whatever it will cost. But then it's always the issue, working with Peter Obi doesn't actually mean that it's going to be easy, because there's going to be some sort of agreements, to play out with. And when those agreements are not met, there's seemingly going to be diversion. People will go their separate ways, and that happened during the 2023 presidential election. We all know that Peter Obi at some point wanted to work with the Kwakwanso of NNPP, Kwakwanso of NNPP. So, but then he never yielded any result because of I think the agreement was not actually conclusive to their respective political belief or political gain per se. So at this point, we should not be moved with this very meeting. To me, it doesn't really substantiate anything. It doesn't have any stand. Not until we see that they have been, given a tough move. They are taking some sort of, straightforward move to actualize all those things. So if there's going to be a coalition, I believe that it's going to be very, very interesting. Is the problem? There's going to be issue, because if Peter Obi by peradventure now happens to actually go back to PDP, because to me, I believe that the only option that left for Peter Obi now is just to go back to PDP. That's nothing you can tell me, because him starting up a new political party now is going to be as revolutionary as it were in 2023, but it's not been easy. People would have to get to familiarize with the party logo, whichever party he decides to join tomorrow and all that. So those things is going to be a very long process. And if I should be opportune to actually advise Peter Obi, I would vehemently, advise him to join the PDP. Just go back to PDP. It doesn't really happen. it doesn't really matter. And I believe in me, if it will be a matter to, believe in me, if Peter Obi happens to actually go back to PDP today, there's going to be some kind of national healing to that political party. But then there's been a problem, for the party when it comes to the eastern part of Nigeria. If I should say, the political party have actually, betrayed the eastern part of Nigeria for so bad, for the fact that 2023 election, we were all expecting that the party zones the presidential tickets to the eastern part of Nigeria, but it never happened. They threw it to the south. To me, Peter Obi should just join PDP. That's my opinion. Because I believe that if he joins the PDP, he already have the platform. PDP is the platform, even though it doesn't have any leadership at the moment. But I believe that if Peter Obi joins it, there's going to be some sort of healings. But then another question is, if Peter Obi that are people who are looking up to finally joins the PDP, would he be allowed to actually, go with the presidential ticket? Would he even win the primaries? That is the problem. It's going to be a very tough problem. It's going to be a very tough question for those obedient. If Peter Obi were to be, asked today, or if he should decide to do it, to be like, okay, I want to work with those in PDP, is he going to be able to grab the presidential tickets as are the primaries? Hopefully it wouldn't be some sort of disappointing for those that call themselves obedience, because if he makes such a move to actually go for that direction, which I don't think is going to be, you understand, but to me, I advise he should. I mean, that's what he has left. Is he going to go back to Labour Party that I don't even know what they are doing as of today. So I believe that if he should go back to PDP, there will be some sort of national healing to the political party. And by that time, those that have actually gone out would, try to adjust themselves, or probably they will come back. I believe so. Considering a man that just woke up within the period of, was it even up to 6 months, that he started looking up to which political party to join, and all of a sudden he pulled out for over 6 million votes. Even though there were, there was some sort of practices. So let's assume that he actually pulled that very, votes. What will happen when he finally joins the party that people are familiar with the party logo? Because when we talk about the Labour Party, he just came to people as some sort of surprise gifts, surprise cake. And people were understanding, people were trying to even find it difficult. Some people wanted to actually vote for the said P2B, but could not even identify the party logo. So those things were challenges that he faced, that if it were being paved the way, if it were being, processed ahead of time, he would have, made some sort of historical move. Believe me, because Peter himself, if actually, preached about the whole political stuff, and he did well for himself so he did well for himself during the 2023 election. We also what happened. So for me, I believe he should just make a move, and there's no time. We just have few, let's just say a year now to have another general election. So Peter will just, whatever decision he's making, should just try to meet up, and PDP stuff is not going to be the option. So for people that will come, for him, be like, he shouldn't join the APC, or he shouldn't join the APC. Let me tell you, Peter Obi joining any of those platforms is not even the problem. Those platforms are not the problem. And let me tell you, there's been some sort of recycled defection between all these politicians. All of them, virtually all of them, within the political party. So when you feel like you want to take advantage of this, you go for this one. It's been just like that. So let's not just get it twisted that Peter Obi, why would Peter Obi join the APC or PDP? To me, if he should join the APC to actually get whatever he is looking for, there's nothing wrong about it. So be it. So be it. Probably maybe there's going to be some sort of impossibility for him to actually have the presidential ticket. Fine and good, but I think if that will make him to feel among, and come up with something, as of 2000 and whichever next time there's going to be another presidential election. So be it. Because one thing I believe in politics is politics of reality. The reality of it is that you need to work. Let's say he is coming from eastern part of Nigeria, working with one of the one of the zones in the north. He already have the south. Believe me, he have the southwest. He will just pull up small, whichever way, 25% votes from each state. We knew that he had over 90 something percent votes within the southeast. So South is a plus. He would likely to do well in South, if not for anything, 60%. So Southwest, he will just do 25% for some states. We all know what's happening in Lagos, even though there was some sort of discrimination and political disenfranchisement that happened, that we all saw in broad daylight. He played his way out, and no one believed, honestly, no one believed that this was going to happen. Let's assume that the like of Kokwanso actually worked with Peter Obi. Who knows what would have happened? So at this time around now, let's see how it goes. 2027 is just more like tomorrow. So I believe that whichever way they are going to go about it, it should just be now. There's no time. So it was a very great move for Peter Obi to have, been hosted by the Bauchi governor. But then there should be more to it. And if there's going to be more to it, let's let them hasten up whatever they are going to do, because there's no time. In a situation whereby Nigeria, as of today, doesn't have any opposition in any way. So him coming out to actually be like, okay, I want to really work with him, it's a very applaudable one. I just wish this works out. But then is Peter Obi going to join the PDP? If you have anything to say about this, just drop something in the comment section. Would Peter Obi actually join the PDP? And if he joins, what would be his sellable point in joining the PDP? What would the obedience feel like if he finally joins? Or what if he joins and he didn't win the primaries? So the question now is, would Peter Obi join the PDP? Because we and I know fully well that the Bauchi governor is PDP. Fine and good. So now he's saying he wants to work with Peter Obi. In what way is he going to work with Peter Obi? Is he expecting that Peter Obi comes back to PDP? Or he's going to defect to whichever party that Peter Obi gets to? What way? So what is he bringing to the table? What makes him think that he's going to work with Peter Obi, knowing fully well that two of them are not in the same political party? So is Peter Obi going to be like he wants to, defect back to PDP? So on what ground would he actually defect to PDP? So these are the questions. So if you have any answer to this question, just drop it in the comment section.